So today I start by saying one quotation from Upanishads. It says like this: Srinyantu Vishve Amritasya Putra Aye Dhavani Divyani Tastu Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varanam Tamasa Parastat. Means Srinyantu Vishva means listen of the sons of the immortal. So they are saying like this: you are the son of immortal. We are speaking like this. Upanishad, they are speaking like this. O the son in the immortal, you are the, I know that supreme being. He is self-effulgent like the sun. And upon knowing him only, one can surpass the death. So it is a great saying of Upanishads. In our general life, what we struggle with fear primarily. A child when grows up, he confronts with different types of fear in his life. Firstly, what will happen if I walk? Like I have seen through the Discovery Channel, every animal being, suppose I saw a bird is there. When it comes out of the nest for the first time, the fear engulfs it if it can really fly with its mother. But soon enough, the bird realizes, yes, I can fly, and then it tries. But fear is there. And the main cause of the fear is what you know. Main cause of the fear is that everything shall be destroyed, shall be annihilated. That means our existence, that we feel like that I am this body, or I am this man, I am this woman, whoever I am, my existence shall cease to exist. So this is the basis of the fear. And the Vedanta slowly teaches us and lets us know that this fear is actually out of your ignorance. There's nothing to fear, and we can overcome the fear by knowing the real truth. So Vedanta speaks of this truth. And why Vedanta speaks of truth? Because it is a subject of Vedanta. Veda, this very term, it has got a meaning. Like in our Sanatan culture, this Hindu culture, every word has a significant meaning in it. Ved means, it comes from a root Ved. It means to know. So when Veda always speaks of, to know something, to know what, to know whatever that is to be known, that we can know, that we can apprehend, that is Veda, that comes under Veda. But it is not like the objective Veda, it is the essence, the Veda. And the world we apprehend around us is what? Is full of different activities, different things, different creations are there. So different things are there. So how to go through this world or go through this life? How to go through this life? Through different activities, definitely. So we have to mix with people. We have to earn our living. We have to enjoy our life, and we have to achieve something so that my being shall be remembered even after after I pass away. So we think in this way. But this dharma, Sanatana Dharma, how it speaks of, that no matter how much wealth you earn in this world, there is far more things that you can earn in the afterlife. That is called dharma. But spirituality or Vedanta surpasses this idea and speaks of another thing, that you know birth and death. Birth and death, their cycle is there. So one goes through birth and death repeatedly and goes through different sorrow, pain, agony, more and more again. So you can just cross it, surpass it. You need not fear this pain again. When a child comes out of the womb of a mother, it cries. Why it cries? Again it has fallen in the trap of this agony, great agony, pain in this world. So what it need to do? It then remembers God. Oh God, please rescue me. And God has given his rescue in the form of Vedanta. That yes, if you follow this, Vedanta does not actually say that you follow someone, follow anybody, follow any person, follow anything. No, Vedanta says you follow your own heart. In your heart, there is Veda, there is knowledge there, and the knowledge itself is Vedanta. And it comes in the form of scriptures. Though, however, from the ancient time, it was not been written in books. Not in, it came down from the master to the disciple in the form of words only. The master spoke few words to his disciple, and the disciple again spoke to his disciple. In this way, a lineage came, a spiritual lineage. Like she's your daughter. So you are also daughter of someone. You are also daughter of someone. So that means what? There's a lineage there. In the same way, though, however, this knowledge which I am telling about, it is not belonging to me only. It came down from ancient time. We speak of Narayana, a lineage. From Narayan to Brahma, then to Shakti, Parashar, then Vyasdev. From Vyasdev to Gaurpad, Shukdev, then to Gaurpad, then to Govindapad. From him to Adi Shankaracharya. From Adi Shankaracharya, it came down to Totapuri in the Puri Sampradaya. From Puri Sampradaya, after Sardama, Swami Krishnananda, Swami Pavitrananda, then Bhagavan, and now we are practicing this same knowledge that has been practiced time from the time unknown. So this is the lineage, great lineage, because we are speaking of liberation, freedom. Liberation from what? Freedom from what? Liberation and freedom for fear. From fear of that my existence shall cease to exist. No. Though, however, my body, when I become old, what happens? I have become old, so I cannot walk properly. My body function going down slowly, it is ceasing down. But my mind is trying to achieve something, but it cannot remember, it cannot recall something. So every capacity is being reduced. So slowly I'm in reducing form and I'm going down to a ceasing point and my existence shall cease to exist. No, this will not happen because my existence never relies upon this physical body or the mind or the capacity of the mind. It is something which is beyond that Vedanta speaks. And what is that? That is this Purusha. I know that Supreme Being, like Tame Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam. I have known that that ultimate Supreme Being. Upon knowing Him, that self-effulgent Supreme Being, one can surpass the death. This is the teaching of Vedanta. Vedanta speaks of in this way. And Upanishads, I just quote one from this sloka from Upanishad. What is Upanishad? Upanishad is a part of Veda. Veda I earlier mentioned is knowledge. So knowledge can be of many forms. Like knowledge of cooking is a form, but knowledge of singing is another type of knowledge. Knowledge of you know creating some artistic activity, it is a knowledge also. Then again, rocket science is there, it is also a kind of knowledge. But every knowledge is knowledge. All this knowledge accumulate together to become a, like there's one thing I can put an example, like ocean is there, and in the ocean many rivers are coming and flowing and getting mingled in the ocean and becoming one. Like I know one river X, another river Y. They're different. They're coming from different mountain. But when they reach the ocean, they become one. The differences are lost there. They become one. They mingle with one, the ocean. In the same way, differences or many differences that we see, that I am different, you are different, she is different, he is different, it is not there. All the differences that we lose when we reach that supreme being, that is the ocean of bliss, where we lose our this limited idea of existence and we reach an immortal bliss like. So this is in short what Upanishad speaks of. It speaks of fearlessness. Do not be fear. Do not get afraid. Fear not. And what? And you can execute in your daily activities, in your life, this knowledge, this bliss as well. How? Like when you smile, then the other person also feels like smiling. Why? Smile is something like contagious. In the same way, if I feel blissful, I'm happy, always happy, no matter there are so many worries are there in my life, so many pain, so many agonies in my life, but they are not able to distort my happiness, my blissfulness. So I stay always blissful. So when I stay blissful, people around me, they also become happy. Nowadays, what is happening mostly throughout the globe, people can earn wealth from outwardly, but from inner, they're void, they're blank. They do not have any happiness. They seek happiness. They go to club, they go to some social gathering, they find some friends, they talk with them, they go to parties to enjoy. But alas, there they cannot find any of this happiness, because this world is full of like this, I give you this, you give me that. A form of exchange is always going on. Suppose you want something from someone, he will ask something from you. He'll ask something from you, definitely, because this is the rule of the exchange in this world. But here, in the spiritual path, I have seen Bhagavan, who never sought anything from us. Instead, he, he gave us this absolute knowledge. He fulfilled us with this absolute bliss, and he showed us that supreme path of, that absolute being, where you can surpass all the pain and agonies, and we can reach the supreme summit, where We need not to go to some party again. Then people shall come to me to gain something, to gain this peace, gain this bliss. This is Vedanta, which comes in the practical form through ourselves when we practice it. Like, a bunch of flower is there. It is left there somewhere in my room. But if I just take it and move it in front of me, the fragrance shall be there. We can get the fragrance. There is a piece of wood, we call it chandan, sandalwood. We call, sandalwood. When the sandalwood is left, we cannot get the good fragrance of it. But when it is, strike on a piece of stone, then slowly the fragrance comes out. In the same way, the knowledge is there, bliss is there already within you. If you culture it, if you practice it a bit by bit, then it comes out in the form of bliss, in the form of peace, absolute. And it fulfills you. And then what happens? It spreads around to fulfill other people as well. Like, uh, if you see a pitcher is there, which is I fill it with water. After filling when the water has completely filled the pitcher, what will happen? The water will overflow and just flow around the pitcher and spread around. In the same way, when your heart is fulfilled with the absolute peace and bliss, it will spread around. This is the way of practicing. So, just simple. We should just believe and practice. Believe that you can. No other gods from outside shall come to rescue you. It is you yourself have to do. And the God that you are seeing outside is not there outside. It is already there within you. Know that you and your that God is never different. It's all the same.